Now starting to see how we can send data from one activity to another activity. And we're going to use an intent, because besides starting an activity with an intent, you can also add data which can be sent to another activity with the intent. And to do that, I'm going to go down here, I'm going to type intent, I'm going to put that, and we're going to use this function called put extra. And this function put extra takes two arguments. The first is the key, so the key of the value that we're going to pass, and then then we have the value, so the data that we want to have sent it. And now you may be wondering why you have this key like in the hash maps or maps. This is because you're going to use the key in the second activity to get the data. This is why. So in this recommended to create these keys as constant, so you don't have, if you don't type correctly the key, you'll not get the data. So I'm gonna create a new Kotlin file. So new, where is Kotlin file? Kotlin class file, select file, and I'm gonna call it constants, or let's call it utils for utils. Press enter, and here I'm gonna type class constants, and I'm gonna create a companion object so that I can call this without creating an instance. And I'm gonna type here constant val, and constant val is gonna create a constant which you cannot change the value. So and usually the name of the constants are uppercase. So I'm gonna put here intent key, intent message underscore key, and this is the way of declaring a constant with uppercase letters. And if it has multiple words, you put underscores. And I put equals, you're gonna type here message. In this way you can call this anywhere in our code, and you don't need to worry about typing this correctly, because it can happen to have to type that wrongly. So I'm gonna put extra. I'm gonna type here constants. As you can see, we have this con.example activity, so that one, that, and we have our constant value, intent message key. We put a comma and a message, and the message is gonna be hello from first activity. And let's add another intent to put something else, and let's create another constant here. So let's put constant val intent message to underscore key, and this is gonna have the key message too. I'm gonna go back inside the main activity. We need to close this, and I'm gonna go down here. We type intent dot put extra, again constants dot constant message key 2, and we're gonna say how was your day. And we're gonna put also another type of value, not only strings, to put some numbers. So let's create another constant val intent, let's say data, this is not the base name, but data number equals to, let's say, number. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna type again intent dot put extra, again constants dot, and we use this one, and I'm gonna pass a number here, let's say 3.14 is the value. Now what we need to do next is just to start the activity and to pass the intent. So I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna paste it here, and now this data is going to be sent to the next activity. And then the next activity we need to capture the data. So go on the second activity, and inside the onCreate function, we type val. We're gonna call this data equals. I'm gonna put get intent, so we'll get the intent which comes when you open the second activity. Actually, you can use intent dot extras. So I'm gonna get the extras that are passed here. So as you can see, we have put extra, and here we're gonna get the extras. So I'm gonna go down here, and first we need to check if the data is not empty. So I'm gonna type here if data that is empty, and if it's not empty, but we have a problem here. Actually, we need to, let's use the Elvis operator. So let's put data Elvis operator dot let, and let's press enter, and here now we're gonna get the data. So I'm gonna type here val message gonna be equal to data dot get string and the key, and here we're gonna pass the key from constants dot intent message key. I'm gonna press Ctrl D to have this again, message 2, and we're gonna have the other key here. So intent message 2 key. I'm gonna press Ctrl D, and now we're gonna get the number here. So we type here number. So what we're doing with this data, this Elvis operator, is saying, hey, if the data is not null, then execute this code. This is what we're doing here. And as you can see, it's saying that you can replace data with it. So we can put here instead of data it, but I'm gonna put data immediately. So here we need to change the constant to number, data number. Now I'm gonna use this text view for the second activity to display the data that we get from the first activity. And let's give it an ID. Let's say text view 2. It's not really a good name. Let's call it text view data for the ID. And here we're gonna create a text view private latent it var text view data intent of type text view, and I'm gonna type here text view equals find view by ID r.id text view data, and here we're gonna pass the message and the message 2 and the number. So I'm gonna type here text view data intent is gonna be equal to, and we're gonna type here message, and if you hover over, it says found required text view, or so we need to put text view dot text. Sorry, message. I'm gonna put a plus. I'm gonna put a backslash to add a new line, and I'm gonna put here plus message plus I can use, let's type message 2. I'm gonna put again a new line plus new line backslash n and plus, and now we're gonna get the number. So we're gonna type here number, and we have this so it's saying to use string resources, but here we're getting the data from there, so we can't use string resources. Now here we have again this underline. This error always appears. I don't know why, because the code is okay, it's fine. Now it disappeared. Now if you run this, look what happens. Alright, so our app opened. Let's go to the next activity, and we get the message, hello from first activity, how was your day? And here we get null, but I don't know why we get null there, so let me see. I didn't pass. Actually, this is because here we're getting a string. What we should get instead is an int, so get int here. So now if you run this again, so now we're getting an integer, not a string. That was the mistake. Now if I press go to, we get hello from activity, how was your day? And have that, but I don't know why we have 0, because I passed a different number there. Alright, so now I know where is the problem. The problem is that in main activity, we are using the intent to put extra. We are passing a key here, and the value that we pass here is a double. And here in the second activity, first I used the get string, I was wrong. Then I used the get int, I was wrong, because what actually I should use here is get double, because we passed a double in our main activity. So I need to get double here. So if I put here instead of int get double, now if you run this, everything will work fine. Click on terminate. Go to, and you have hello from first activity, how was your day? And then we have 3.14, the number that we passed here. This is why you got that, we didn't got the number here, because I was trying to get an integer, first was a string, then an integer. Actually, what I should did is to get the double, because here in the main activity, we're passing a double value for a double type for our value. So this is our discussion about how we can pass data from one activity to another. In the next video, we're going to see how we can pass data from the second activity to the first activity. So to send data back. So see you in the next video.